Hey, hi, I'm John Zwonkowski. I'm the founder of Scripture on Stage. Scripture on Stage, where we like to think we bring the historical Jesus alive through the magic of theater and through the quill of fiction. In fact, speaking of the quill, I'm reading here our fictional newspaper for the very first Christmas, the Bethlehem Star. I think you'll find it's a neat read. It's 12 pages, and it's a way of taking readers back to that time, the month of the first Christmas. In fact, look at the articles, what's going on in the town in Bethlehem at this time. There's this bright star in the sky, and it seems to affect everything that's going on in the town. You'll find it throughout the paper. Like, look at the lead story. Bright star over Bethlehem, said to be sign of birth of long-awaited Messiah. Well, you can't get any more spellbinding than that, huh? But look at this, second story. King Herod said to be excited by 3 visitors looking for a newborn king. Whoa. So we know big things are going to happen in Bethlehem tonight, right? Oh, here's one, interesting. Carpenter of Nazareth claims to be witness to miracle of peace on journey. Okay, interesting stuff. Let's take a look inside, okay? Oh, here we go. We got a nice article by Rehoboam ben Midrash, who writes about shepherds startled by nighttime apparition. Of course, you've got to have the weather report. Interesting to find out what the weather is like at that time. We got a few letters from our readers, a couple of cartoons here, and let's see here. Oh, this is our editorial page. Look at this. Point, counterpoint. Is the new star an omen of a new era of peace or of war? Interesting debate. And here's one. Because of that star in the sky, it seems to be affecting everybody's psyches just a little bit. So we have Rehoboam Philosophicus, firstborn of the fish merchant. He's a popular writer in the Bethlehem Star. You read him every month. And he writes, what is going on around here, putting the new phenomenon together? And let's see, what else we got? Oh, one of our favorites, the sports page. You got to have it. Here we've got an article, Brutus Magnus, recovered and ready. This was a guy who in last month's issue had most of his limbs taken off, but he's still in there kicking, you know, so you want to read how he's making out. Gladiator champions in Jerusalem showdown today. So that's up the street about 5 miles in Jerusalem, right? Here's one. Let's see here. Chariot races to honor Augustus Caesar by Jedediah Nascarus. Interesting writer. I like him. He covers the races all the time. One of my favorite writers, though, Kitty Caligula. Oh, she kind of keeps her, she says, keeping an eye on the royals. And her little epitaph is, may my quill be mightier than their sword. And sometimes it is. That woman's got a tongue on her like nobody's business. So you might enjoy her article. Here's one. This is my favorite, though. My favorite writer in the whole paper, Felicity Hooper-Schwagel. She writes on, spirit of giving brings chaos to people of Bethlehem. Most people that have read that, that's the one they comment about. They like that article. I do too. I think it's fun. It depicts the spirit of the times. And here we have this is our travel writer, Euripides Trousers, the 8th, the son of the tailor Malto, and he writes about travel worries eased by the Pax Romana. Well, there you go. I mean, you can't get any better than that. But we have now if you're using the Bethlehem Star for your students, your religious ed students, and it would make us just feel terrific if you would consider doing that. We think they'd have a lot of fun with it, but they'd also learn a heck of a lot and sort of get a chance to immerse themselves in the events and the time, what was going on at that time, the ambiance, if you will. Huh? So this one says, know your holy book. And it's sort of a tongue-in-cheek quiz. For instance, how long a period of time did Cain hate his brother? And of course, the answer to that we all know is as long as he was able. Oh, stop. Okay. All right. Anyway, here we have the celestial, celestial observations, and they talk about what may have actually occurred in the sky at those times. Oh, here's one of my favorites. Rabbi Joachim ben Laffen, he writes tidbits of wisdom. He always has something to offer. I like this guy. For instance, here's a tidbit of wisdom from Rabbi Joachim. He says, always put off tonight what you've got to put on in the morning. Well, you can't get any more wise than that. And here it is. If you can make your guest feel at home when you wish they were, you are a good host. Well, I mean, can you get any more wisdom than that? I don't think so. Right? Here we go. I like this one here. Our children's writer, Rebecca Smallchild, she writes, "Fun things to do with all that snow." Well, it didn't snow in Palestine. Still doesn't very often, huh? So when it does, it's like a big event. So she comes up with all these creative ideas that the kids can do and the adults with snow. So there you go. We've got a column just for laughs. That's kind of nice. Oh, you might want to check out the Star Classifieds. Some of these are real good. For instance, we got a whole page, maybe you can see it, whole page of Star Classifieds, huh? Poultry for sale. This is from the, from the prize stock of a farmer, Hupka Ben Chalupka, breeder of champion roosters. And his motto is, you tell us what time you want to get up in the morning and we will pick the right rooster for you. Here's a whole family, 12-person family of seasoned grape stompers. I mean, what more could you ask for, huh? And they're for hire, large, clean feet, family tradition, guaranteed absolutely nothing between the toes. And their motto is, we put our best foot forward for you. Well, what else would you expect, huh? Here we go. Fresh fish, tilapia, our specialty from the Lake of Galilee, of course, brought direct from the sea. Tell us your wish, and we'll get you your fish. Well, this is the whole classified. They're motivational. Here's my favorite piece. At the last page, we have the prayer of the shepherds. And as you go through this, I still find it inspirational. It's neat. It might remind you somewhat of that night before Christmas. It was the night before Hanukkah, and all on the hill. Well, I won't go through it. But anyway, I think you'll find it familiar. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope your students will enjoy it. If you'd like to get a copy of the Bethlehem Star, you can go to our www.scriptureonstage.com and you'll see it there. You can read a little bit of it there, and if you'd like to order it, well, it tells you how to do that as well. We'd love to help you out with your educational experiences, and also with just sort of become a complement to what you're already doing for your students and your parishioners. So thanks a lot for stopping in. I'm John Swankowski for Scripture on Stage.